Something like that.
Well, look, Wolf, we have nothing to do with the ad. We're focused on our race. We're focused on going to Colorado tomorrow, and that's where we're at from the campaign side.
Do you want to have inaccurate ads, inaccurate information out there? If this was coming from a Romney super PAC, you guys would be all over this.
Well, look, I mean, when the president goes out there and he's talking about the campaign, he's talking about the differences between himself and Mitt Romney. He's going to be out there tomorrow talking about women's health care and providing access to affordable health care for women. That's what this race is about. We can't speak to the super PAC ads. We don't have anything to do with them, so I don't have anything further on the
Because it is pretty serious when you're not doing it, but the super PAC is making this allegation that Mitt Romney was responsible for the death of this woman when that's simply not true.
Well, Wolf, I wasn't involved with making the ad. No one on the campaign was involved with making the ad. So we'll let the super PAC speak to that.
I want you to respond, because there have been false Romney ads as well, taking words that the President of the United States said totally out of context.
Let me just go back here. Jen, are you suggesting that you cannot be certain that Mitt Romney was not took any part whatsoever in this poor woman's death?
I wasn't involved with making the ad. No one from the campaign was involved with making the ad.
No.
I don't have any more specifics on the ad.
This is typical. We have the most powerful man in the world. The President of the United States takes no responsibility for his campaign, no responsibility for his PACs, no responsibility for his cabinet members who are out there raising money for this PAC so this ad can run, takes no responsibility for the pain and suffering this country is suffering, the people in this country are suffering with the high unemployment, the loss of homes, falling into poverty. The only thing he takes responsibility for is the businesses other people are building. This is a disgraceful, despicable, dishonest ad, and if the President of the United States shame on himself, he should immediately reject it outright.
You know, I have to say it's ironic hearing you say that, since you support Mitt Romney, who's questioned whether the president's American or whether he supports freedom. So there's a lot of things that have been thrown around in this campaign, including from Mitt Romney himself. So we can speak to that, too, and I'm happy to.
I think there was a memo that we must have missed from the Barack Obama's campaign that says, listen, all Democrats, become aware, alert. We have nothing to run on. We have no record. We do not have any ideas. What we must do is go Chicago style.
I'm happy to speak to what we're running on, if you want to give me a moment.
Smear this candidate, say anything. It doesn't matter if it's dishonest. It doesn't matter how awful and ugly it is. Be as mean-spirited as you can, because that's the only way we can win.
Well, what we're running on is protecting and standing up for the middle class, making sure that they have a fighter in the White House. As we know from a report we saw last week, a nonpartisan report, Mitt Romney's tax plan would raise taxes by $2,000 on middle-class families. I think that's what people are talking about at their kitchen tables. Let me interrupt,
because I think it's important that substantive issues be discussed. But when both of these campaigns occasionally, whether they do it directly or with these super PACs that support them, come out with outrageous accusations, and in this particular case, I think it's pretty outrageous to accuse Mitt Romney of actually being responsible for the death of this woman. When we did a fact check, she died several years after he left Bain Capital, and it's tragic and sad as it is. But your campaign, the Romney campaign, has refused to occasionally disassociate itself from some outrageous accusations against the President of the United States. And here's what else is bothering me right now, and I want both of you to weigh in. When both of these candidates, President of the United States and the Republican presidential candidate, get engaged in what seems to be childish name-calling, and I'll play some clips.
He'd asked the middle class to pay more in taxes so that he could give another $250,000 tax cut to people making more than $3 million a year. It's like Robin Hood in reverse. It's Romney Hood.
We've been watching the president say a lot of things about me and about my policies, and they're just not right. And if I were to coin a term, it would be Obabaloney.
You got to admit, this is kindergarten.
This is light. Wolf, you get out there and you say some cute things. You just try to get a little coverage. What he's trying to say, both the president and Mitt Romney, I think, is just trying to make a quick statement that kind of summarizes what they feel about the other person's tax policy or statements that he made earlier. But I think the most important thing is the issues that are on the table. And I can't believe that the President of the United States would have a campaign that is so empty of ideas. I mean, tens of millions of dollars
spent plenty of ideas.
on destroying another person's reputation.
You can disagree with his ideas. He's got a lot of ideas. He's got a record to run on. You can say that it's a crummy record, but he's got plenty of ideas.
Why is he spending tens of millions of dollars? Why is his PAC spending all that money on ugly, misleading?
Well, this isn't his. This is a super PAC that supports him.
Let me ask you, if you have $60, $70, $80 million, your PAC, you have the President of the United States as your candidate, can't you come up with something positive? Can't you say, listen, let me tell you what he's done for America? No, they have only one hope, and that is to destroy the opponent, and that's their goal, is to beat him down with lies.
Hold your thought, Jen, because we're going to continue this conversation. We got a representative from the Obama campaign. That's you. A representative from the Romney campaign. That's you. We've got more to discuss. We'll take a quick break. More of this conversation on the other side.
America's Choice 2012.